Hey, this is Black Light. Now listen real good what I'm about to say. What influences you? What influences you? From the basic root of everything is a thought. It's the expression of that thought and the execution of that thought that has charisma or the lack of. If your thought has enough pizzazz behind it, it becomes an idea, and the idea becomes manifested into the realm of reality. Listen very carefully for those of you who are wide awake. The way you judge this world or you see the world is only on one level, physical. Everything you see and everything you want to do start off for some in the physical. Not for all. So that person idea, if it's has enough pizzazz behind it or enough energy and power behind it, could dominate other men physical being, and you conform to another man's way of thinking. But you got to somewhat be submissive or willing to let that idea dominate you. Now, the more people get behind this idea, the more powerful the idea becomes. Now, what I'm getting to is it's the idea that's God. The idea that's within the man, the thought process that's within the human is God, not the physical. And so if you submit to another man's idea, in other words, if the other man influence you and you accept his influence, and he could dominate you with his idea. Okay, no bullet, bombs, anything destroy that idea once it starts to picking up philosophy. In other words, you heard of this song like a snowball rolling down the side of a snow-covered hill is growing. In other words, when it picks up momentum, it grows. Well, that's how ideas, thoughts, ideas, how they grow and dominate another person. And if a person wants to quicken the idea, they might use force, you know. But if the idea is right, you don't have to use force. Because you can put fear in people to accept your idea or your thoughts. And fear conquers most people. Now, I'm going to shut this down and come back. And I want you to think about that. Because I'm going to come back with this, what influences you. And don't believe that you can't build, or you could build a nation right where you are. You got the resources. Don't let nobody tell you got to go back to Africa to build a nation. Because at one time, we were all over the planet. And we got along for the most part. Not saying that we didn't occasionally do battle, but we didn't have a war jumping off every generation like they do now. This is Black Light.